The Return of Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice was a comedy and horror movie, released more than 30 years ago. But its story has become one of those iconic stories in cinema, and soon we will have a sequel. But what will this sequel have in store for us? Will the magic of the first installment be maintained? What direction will Lydia and Beetlejuice lives take after so many years? What role will Jenna Ortega play? In this video, we'll be discussing everything you need to know about Beetlejuice 2, and if you would like to know more about your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the Oasis Geek. Beetlejuice was undoubtedly one of the films that marked the history of cinema and took its director to the pinnacle of Hollywood success. Its gothic and eccentric aesthetics with highly creative characters made this production something unique in its kind, which continues to be discussed and analyzed to this day for its originality. It was therefore a pleasant and shocking surprise for fans of this particular universe to learn that a sequel is being actively worked on, more than 3 decades after its premiere. The story of this long-awaited second film begins 27 years after the events of the first installment, released in 1988. This means that the character of Lydia Dietz will no longer be a tormented, lonely teenager as we knew her, but a full-grown woman in her late 40s. It is fascinating to imagine the direction her life will have taken after so many years. Winona Ryder, the acclaimed actress who brought this endearing character to life, has had quite a career resurgence in recent years, thanks to her celebrated role in the Netflix series Stranger Things. Her long-awaited return to play the unique Lydia again is something that fans around the world have been eagerly awaiting. Lydia Dietz is the teenage protagonist of the film and is characterized as a lonely, gloomy, and gothically inclined young woman. When her family moves into an old haunted house, Lydia becomes fascinated by its gloomy atmosphere and the supposed ghosts that inhabit it. It is quite likely that she no longer lives with her eccentric parents, Delia and Charles. Perhaps she has moved away and created a family of her own. Her transformation from a tormented young gothic girl to a mature woman with a daughter opens up endless narrative possibilities for exploring this new stage. Will she still be connected to the grim and the supernatural? What kind of mother will she be? How will her past and her old friendship with Beetlejuice influence the person she is today? This is also a great and important addition to expand the Beetlejuice universe, bringing in a new generation of characters. Jenna Ortega gained a lot of notoriety last year after the premiere of the popular Netflix series Wednesday, where she played the iconic daughter of the Addams family. Therefore, she already has previous experience impersonating eccentric and macabre characters, which will surely apply to her role as Lydia's descendant as well. Watching her bring this new generation to life will be fascinating, as it will allow us to explore how Lydia's unique traits were passed on to her daughter, who will surely inherit some of her mother's somber, gothic bent, but at the same time will bring her own fresh modern touch, growing up in a different era. Will the girl inherit her mother's reclusive spirit, or will she be more outgoing? Considering the roles Jenna has played, I think we will see a more gothic side to this actress. Another confirmed return is Catherine O'Hara as Delia, Lydia's eccentric stepmother obsessed with decorating and appearances. Being such a histrionic character, Delia probably hasn't changed too much over the years. We also have Monica Bellucci as Beetlejuice's wife. This actress played Persephone in the Matrix universe. Director Tim Burton returns to this universe, which ensures that the direction and aesthetics of this film will be right. And we also have the return of Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is described as a bio-exorcist, a ghost with supernatural abilities who can be summoned by saying his name 3 times. He has a scruffy appearance with a striped suit and green hair. His personality is gruff, arrogant, and rather perverted. He loves to play practical jokes and mess with living humans. In the movie, he is hired by a couple of friendly ghosts to get a troubled living family out of their old haunted house. The character was so successful that he starred in his own animated series from 1989 to 1991, but we'll talk about this series later. As for the specific plot of this sequel, it has been handled with total secrecy and few details have transcended. But knowing Hollywood's current tendency to revive classics of the past, we can assume and theorize that the action will most probably take place again in the gloomy town of Winter River, the setting where the first installment was released in 1988. That is where the long-awaited reunion between iconic characters such as Lydia and Beetlejuice could take place after so many decades apart. Returning to that gloomy place full of nostalgia seems the perfect choice for this sequel, which will undoubtedly seek to exploit the connection with the original film to the fullest. We are sure to see key locations again, such as the ancestral Dietz mansion, the dusty local cemetery, and other scenarios that fans remember. And it also opens the door to a potential series in this fascinating universe for the HBO Max platform. Because although it is a comedy film, the world of Beetlejuice has a very interesting backstory. We could even see in the future a movie or series which tells the origin story of this charismatic character. Or a potential sequel focusing on the character of Lydia's daughter, played by Jenna Ortega in the new film. The creative possibilities for expanding this universe are truly endless. The unique dark comedy tone, supernatural gothic aesthetic, and deft blend of fantastical and everyday situations that defined the original film lend themselves perfectly to future serialized adaptations, designed to appeal to both cult fans of the franchise and new audiences on platforms like HBO Max. But when will this film be released? The official release date for this film will be September 6, 2024, marking an early start to Halloween. But tell me, what are your thoughts? Are you looking forward to seeing Beetlejuice 2? What do you think this new installment is about? And for more videos of your favorite series and movies, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You're on the Oasis Geek.